how I went from having everything to having nothing. Like freaking choking on fucking Mother Nature's fucking cum. Today is another day, another dollar, earned, not earned. Today's another episode of UNC Status. I don't know, should I do it like every Monday and Friday? Or do you guys want me to switch it out to be like on Saturday, Sundays? Because I mean, I know that a lot of people work on like Monday through Friday, and then like Saturday, Sundays, it's like 50-50, right? For a lot of people. Like, I know how I used to be, shoot. But we'll figure it out, I think. All right, we'll figure it out. Anyways, welcome back to the UNC Status, episode 25, I believe. Maybe. I've been doing this for like a while now. But, I mean, I need to also know from your guys' perspective what you guys need me to do, what you guys need me to fix. You know, like, specifically, like, what do you want me to talk about? Because I don't know. Because the youth is always being very difficult, you know? It's very different to nowadays standards and how it should be, or how it is. But, hey, it is what it is with the youth. We can't do much about it, but hey, well, I think I'm trying to teach you guys about it now. You know, like how to handle things, how to handle all this other emotions and whatnot. Because you know, emotions are very difficult, very very difícil. But anyways, today we're gonna talk about how I went from having everything to losing everything to having everything I want again. You know. Catcher? Is that a good catcher? Let's see. How about this? How I went from having everything to having nothing. But back to having everything again. Stop me. Nah, but, okay, you know, I don't know. Should I do it like this? I don't even know how it looks on camera. How my side profile be looking right now. I'm cheesing. Am I cheesing? I don't know, chat. Just let me know. Am I giga chatting right now? Am I giga chatting? Damn, I got scared. I thought somebody was approaching me, but then it was a freaking fire hydrant. I was like, oh damn. I said, chill, bro, chill. I ain't doing nothing, man. Calm down. No, today's probably like one of the better days, because remember that freaking episode? I was over here like freaking choking on fucking Mother Nature's fucking cum, aka freaking pollen out in the air. Well, and then this is what kind of saved me. But then not gonna lie, as soon as the cameras hit unrecord, bruh, I went for like a little bit, like to breathe a little bit more. I fucking threw up. Man. I couldn't do it. But, okay. So we're going to talk about that. Very difficult and touchy subject, you know. How I went from having everything to having nothing at all. See, I was in a relationship, right? And I always got to talk about it, you know, just a little bit, you know. I was in a relationship. I was happy. I was tired. Endlessly tired, because I was working so hard, you know. I was working, going to school. I was trying to work out a little bit, but then I stopped. So that really didn't help. But I was doing so much, and I was being very much like a person that really became really stubborn, because I was just tired constantly. I just didn't want to do anything. So I'd obviously be like, I don't want to go out anywhere. So because of that, I went like fucking months not wanting to do anything, and I still was kind of felt like I was forced to go out, and I was forced to be into environments I didn't want to be in. So I would just freaking want to decide to drink on those days specifically, because I'm just like, I don't want to go out, but okay, let's go out. And I wasn't really probably like the best when it came to drinking. So, and then again, you know, I didn't like a girl having a guy best friend. So there was that too. Hence the reason why I would crash out. and be very much like all mad and all this, and I'll be like, what the fuck, man? Like, what's wrong with you, man? Like, it would just be a lot of issues with me and myself. But I had everything though. I had all that. I had a relationship, I had a job, I had endless motivation really to strive to success. And I was really my college degree was going to be in interactive media is what it was called. And interactive media was basically graphic design, videography, cinematography. It was like a mixture of everything. You learned how to work a camera and work all these programs. So like I do have like a little bit of like an intro to it. I stopped obviously because I became depressed. I became very much of a nuisance per se, right? I was just very much didn't want to do anything with my life afterwards. I quit my job, whatever. But I had everything for like a year and a half straight, and I lost it. So then in the process of when I lost everything, I was on my own path trying to search for something. I was searching for all this meaning that I had lost for such a long time. I lost touch with reality. I lost touch with wanting to find a purpose within myself. I was just honestly living a life where I just drank too much daily. Not like a weekly thing. It would be like a daily thing. And that was terrible. Terrible mistakes were made. It took a while for me to get out of that kind of state of mind. 2 years almost, right? It took me a while. So I just decided, let me fix that, So I had nothing. I had no motivation. I had nobody. I found purpose again. So I found purpose roughly like, I'd say 2 times, right? I had found somebody, I lost it. Found somebody else, and then I lost everything again. It's how they say. It's like you don't know what you lose until it's gone, or you don't know what you lost until it's gone. You don't know what you lose until it's gone. Yeah, I think that's the one it is. And I didn't know what I lost. Then again, it was also because I was very depressed still. I was very emotional still. I was just not doing anything about it. I felt like when I was with her, I was definitely very much like emotionless. But it wasn't her fault, I was already really hurt. So for me to trust somebody else, it was like a point where I was just like, damn, should I even go with this person? I wasn't to that point where I just was like, yeah, I can handle being in another relationship. It took a lot of effort of mine to really say all these things to her and be like, just be patient with me. It was hard because I knew that I was going through a lot. And especially with me and her, we went through so much right after that. But I was still happy with her. I was trying. I was trying to try again, trying in a relationship is really hard. So I tried with her, and it was very much, she was trying really hard, and I was half-assing it in a way, where I was trying, but I wasn't trying enough, it didn't feel like to her, it was like I was giving enough effort, and I wasn't showing enough emotion, because I was still hurt. And that's not on her, that's on me. So I can't really say much on that, other than it was honestly my fault. It was, I did tell her straight up it was my fault. When we called one time, I said, it was just because she called and she said I apologize, and I said, why are you apologizing? You shouldn't be apologizing. What are you apologizing for? You shouldn't be apologizing. It's not your fault. I'm the one that did all this shit, not you. So there's no reason why you should be apologizing. So that happened, and she was like, okay, you're right, I guess. And then we just stopped talking for real. And I guess that even coming out as confrontational as I did that day was also my fault, and it was very much I did too much already on that as well. So I could have just been like, oh, I accept your apology, and said something else, Like, I could have probably fixed things, but I just chose to be a hardhead and be like, nah, fuck that. Like, I don't give a fuck about your apology. Your apology is shit if you don't mean it. And especially if you don't know what you're apologizing for. Because I also did ask, I'm like, what are you apologizing for? And she did have to apologize for something, but I don't recall what it was. Okay? So, I don't know. It was still irrelevant. You know? I mean, well, she left me when it was a point in time where we probably should have been together still and fixed things out and figured things out. Okay, maybe, yeah. But that's besides the point. You know? So that happened. I lost her. I lost everything again. But then I did my own soul searching. I did my own, went my own way. Got a job literally the second we probably stopped talking. And now I've been at the job ever since. I still was very much upset. Going through my own little rabbit hole of a little mini depression because this one is just one that will always stick with me for like the rest of my life, you know. Just have it in the back of my thought, or like in the back of my head, where it would just never leave, you know. This one's not like the other one where it was like, okay, yeah, we were in a relationship for a while, and we broke up. This one was more of like a impactful one where it was like, it left me with all these questions in my head, and it should have definitely not ended the way it ended, you know? Like, that's how I felt like it should have been. But leaving something behind is what it feels like to me. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't hit like how the other one did. The other one, yeah, it hurts, but it hurt, but it wasn't like something where it was like, at this point, like, you know, I tried my best. I tried whatever I could to like fix that, and yeah, it was all my fault. Like, that one I could also say, like, it was not just my fault. It was amicably both our faults. You know, like, you can't just be like, it takes two to tango on that one. So with that one, so then all the way back forward, I became again very much a slight depression, but with a sense of still being like something lingering in the back of my head, if that makes sense. So I lost everything again, and now I have it all again. I don't have a girl, but I have a purpose, you know? I have a purpose to inspire. I have a purpose because I have a job again, you know? I have a purpose because I work out, you know? I try and stay as fit as I can. I have a purpose, and I have everything I ever want again. I changed my style fucking again, you know? Like, always changing things. Everything always changes with you. You figure things out for yourself, but it's like what sticks and what fits again. Like, what makes you feel good again, you know? Like, for me, it was always been clothes, you know? Clothes for me has always been a big thing of mine. I always buy clothes, constantly buying clothes, because it always resonates with me, you know? Like, it not only just makes you feel good, right? It gives you back your confidence that you had once, like, lost. That one little spark that you thought that you had lost comes back the second that you put on a piece of clothing, or the second that you feel like, oh, now I'm taking care of myself again, you know? Like, right now, okay, I haven't had my hair cut in like a week or two, okay? Relax. But it's for a reason. It's because my freaking, I did it because I need to get a different, I'm gonna get my hair cut professionally done, okay? So that's why. But other than that, like, shoot, I got everything I wanted again, and I'm happy for that, you know? I could never say I'm not happy about having everything I want again. So I found purpose within myself again, within this hard, cruel world that people give, because it's very difficult for sure to be like, to like fall under even more drugs, even more addictions when you lose everything. And it's like, I'm glad I didn't go down that path again, not within addiction, and like, I stopped doing a lot of things. I'll say that. But it's like, if you are going through like depression, or you're going through something, speak to somebody. You know, it's like, speak to somebody, let somebody know how you feel, you know? It doesn't take that much effort to really tell somebody how you feel. Like, go on a walk with a friend. a true friend and just talk about life, you know? But, you know, right now, I'm happy with where I'm at. In my position, I'm happy that I'm at least like out here in the forest by myself, you know, enjoying this little like fresh air. And so for that, I will have to say this was a short one, but this is one that you must watch until the end. And if you did, comment down pickle. I don't like pickles, but just comment it down. But anyways, it's been your boy Michael Cuevas from Unk Status. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. And anyways, I love you guys. Adios.